Hello, everybody, and welcome to the start of Season 9 MRVC. We'll start with a North American match tonight, Division E1. We're going to have the first Free Worlds Guards versus Wolf in Exile Alpha Galaxy. This is Poopenshire. I'm joined by TK Sachs tonight. Say hello. We'll be your hosts for tonight's match. We'll be taking you through. You'll also notice it's probably one of the largest rosters you're going to come across for your Worlds Guard. So, in fact, let's go right to the roster so you can see what's going on. There you go. On your screen now, you'll see the first World Guard. Yeah, never mind the letters, something happened. You'll see they're led by Warsteiner, and they're going to be probably unfamiliar to most of you for MRBC, as this is their first time entering MRBC, which will then bring us to our Team 2, Wolf in Exile, Alpha Galaxy, which is also their first time in MRBC. Yep, first time for both these teams. They have not made drops before, so we'll kind of walk them through it as we go along. So everybody stay close, stay tight, and watch what we're doing. So we'll bring you back out to the match, and, well, guess what? Time to go over the rules and the drop decks. TK will take us through. All right, that brings us to our first drop on Frozen City Domination. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. All right, as well. So let's see what else is going on here. We have got the first team is in lobby. Second team is getting in lobby. And we'll see that once we get them set up, what they're going on. We'll wait for Team 1 to get set in their lances. All right, Team 1 is short one play right now. We're waiting for one more to show up. All right, hold on one second. There's It's happened in the past. I've been on teams that have dropped one short. World Championship, you couldn't. MRBC, I don't believe. Let me check. Let me check. Find out quickly on that one. All right, looks like Team 2 is getting set in their lances. Now, obviously, Team 1 being one player short will be at a distinct disadvantage here going forward. All right, Team 1 seems to be set. Just waiting on confirmation from Team 1, Captain. Still waiting on confirmation. Haven't gotten it yet. And I think the stream should be up. Is that correct? Can you see it? We're live? 5 minutes late? Alright, almost set. They're not quite there yet. Alright, confirming Team 2. Alright, Team 2 good to go. Confirmed domination mode. We are Frozen City, North American servers, daytime 15-minute, first person only. Alright, we're launching. Alright, here we go. First drop of MRBC Season 9, Division E1 for myself and for TK here. If you see something, let me know. We'll hop over to the action. If you catch a like a small fight in the side, we'll catch it as quick as we can. Yeah, it does tend to be. The only thing I can say is that if you do have an Xbox controller, don't kick it or throw it. Alright, the teams are coming in. So free for the first free world guards, we've got an Arctic Cheetah Prime, an Enforcer 4R, a Wolfhound 1, a Griffin 2N, a Raven 3L, a Centurion 9, a Hunchback 2C Alpha. And for Wolf and Exile, we've got two Arctic Cheetahs, a Charlie and a Bravo, a Wolfhound 1B, Hunchback 2CA, a Griffin 3N, a Nova S, a Spider 5K, and a Cicada 2B. Let's get in and see where these guys are going. I'm following Wolf and Exile right now. I came into this side of the map. So it looks like Nerf in the Cicada 2B. Looks like he'll be the first mech to get into that circle, and he's just about there now. He's slightly ahead of the Wolfhound for that Sergeant G for the first Free Worlds Guard. And they just about hit the state. No, he didn't. He did not go in. He stopped at the building. The Free Worlds Guard's going to have about a 5-6 second lead here. It's still going. They have not stepped in the circle. Free World Z Guard is getting a nice head start on this. They've taken the circle, and they've actually going to have a nice advantage. Remember, if it comes down to a tie, time in the circle will determine who the actual winner of the match is. Oh, they made that up kind of quickly, didn't they? Here it goes. We've got to push. Let's get 70%. So I'm pretty good focus fire, and that is a good mech to take down first because it will be one of the tankiest ones. Centurion down, Hunchback down. That's 3 quick kills. And they're getting into the backs of the remaining mechs, get some nice fire. And there we go. Change gear, went down to the Griffin 2 in. Let's hop in the mechs while they're still sitting there. Yes, it is. One last mech. And there we go. All right, the damage screen is up. Well, as you're coming into this, you're going to notice here with these lighter mechs, you're going to see a lot less damage across the screen here. And for Wolf and Exile, we see right now, currently with the damage lead, we see Ross Mirage in the Griffin 3M. 3 kills, 2 assists, 263 damage. Got Nerf in the Cicada with 251. And Sandro in the Hunchback 2CA Alpha with 212. And for the first free roll guard, you get Shane of the Dead in the Raven 3L, currently leading with the amount of damage of 168. You can definitely tell as the mechs went down fast, the damage did not climb significantly, but yeah. The only other thing here is you notice Slain in the Arctic Cheetah, 0 damage for Wolf and Exile. Just didn't need him at this point. Usually that's a bad sign when anybody has 0 damage, but at this point, it really doesn't matter. Map tactics up. Let's switch over to the map. All right, and it looks like we're getting everybody set up in drops already. It looks like Team 1 is getting set. Teams 2 is getting ready. Let me get a confirmation here. And once again, looks like we'll be going down one team member. And people aren't hearing you. Interesting. Something is. Wait. Yeah, I'm not hearing you at all. All right, try it again. Nope, nothing.
Nothing for me?
There, I think I got you. Try it again.
Okay, good.
All right, I'm seeing you on my screen as audio. Okay, so we know where we're starting. We know where we're.
Alright, so hi everybody. Now you can hear me, hopefully. So, yep, they're gonna split their lances. Well, actually, yep. So I always get it confused.
I'm trying to get confirmation to see if it's still dark.
Yeah, I don't see the map strat on the screen I'm looking
Well,
at.
as you're coming into this, you're gonna notice here with these
Of
lighter.
course, we're gonna have to wait 5 minutes to see if that gets it fixed.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on with that. Really strange here. All right, see if Team 2 set. Alright, we are set for conquest. HPG Manifold, North American server, first person, full teams no.
Right to me. Can't talk. HPG Manifold is still one of my more favorite maps.
Alright, let's hope the screen picks up the Alright, first free wheel lead guard. We've got a Nightgyre Bravo, an Enforcer 4R, Griffin 2N, a Stormcrow D, a Hunchback 2C Alpha, a Jenner F, a Grasshopper 5P. And for Wolf and Exile, we've got a Hunchback 2C, a Nova S, a Spider 5K, a Nightgyre D, a Griffin 3M, a Wolfhound 1B, and a Naval Jaguar Bravo, and a Hunchback 2C for the last.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what these guys are gonna do with these drop decks. I mean, I guess we're still mediums and lights and one heavy, couple heavies, so you got grasshoppers and night gear, so that gets me thinking range. Are you over wolves or are you over first free world?
I'm over first free world right now.
Okay, I am over wolf. So they like to split us. It's good. All right, they're moving left to get the left cap in force.
We have Gamma.
It does not look like they capped. Although I know it's hard to see. Oh no, they did cap.
They're hitting capping now. It looks like just very briefly, but it looks like they're trying to stay in a single
We have gained Epsilon.
They just sliver capped it like they should.
Kappa is under enemy control.
And Ross and Death Riddle are going to be the first two for Wolf and Exile to head out from the middle.
Yep.
Let's see if they head straight for the Theta cap or not. But they are trying to stay as a group.
Yep, they are definitely.
In the meantime, First Free World's guard is getting a little bit separated. Their mechs are not in a single group, so if they head for the middle, they're going to have a bad time.
Almost looks like a mama duck and her ducklings there. Looks like, did they go underneath?
No, they didn't. And there's OP-74 and the Wolfhound doing a little bit of scouting. And it does look like Shane of the Dead is going underneath. He's the first mech to head underneath. The rest of them are all up top. So Wolf and Exile will know pretty quickly that there's mechs down there instead of up top.
Like we got
Sergeant G's getting shot pretty good there.
Resource point Theta is ours.
He's right on top of there. I got a UAC 2 Hunchy here. HP. Oh, he just took a big hit. He's down to 74%. That's Death Riddle.
And there's Opie in a bad position. Let's see if Free World Guard can take advantage of it. I mean, they should have had him legged already, but Opie's kind of lucky. He got out of there with very minimal damage.
Oh, they could get this
hunch.
Or
two mechs down for Free World.
Have an opportunity to get this Bushwhacker. He dropped down to 3 of them. Yep, there's too much Overwatch on them.
Yep, Wolf and Exile just closed the gap too quickly and just focus firing now as the mechs come across.
Oh. Reroll guard still has a Jenner up. But the lights are still up for first real guard, so he can't really kite
And
it
he's
too
down.
well.
All that's left here is for the Wolf and Exile to go through and start, uncapping and get the caps over to their side for the point advantage.
Yep. And my second guess was right that they ended up brawling around Theta up top. So
We've already
my
gained
screen.
a quarter of the resources. Keep it up.
We'll hop
Theta
in
is
here with
controlled by
mechs
the
and watch
enemy.
from the inside. Alright, I'll get the transition set up for the next match if you want to talk us through the damage.
Sure, as soon as I can see it. There it is. So we got high man there was Death Riddle, which actually doesn't surprise me. He had a hunchback with ACs, and he just sat up on top of there and let it rip. Sergeant G and the Grasshopper 5P on the first royal guard sides did some pretty good work, 200 damage. But yeah, Death Riddles and Ross Mirage. I think Ross is again in a Brawling Griffin with 360 damage. And then what? Snafu and his Spider with 242. So that was the top 3 on Wolf and Exile. And like I said, Sergeant G and the Grasshopper and Baron Wasteland and Trickster and their mechs were the top 3 on the first Real World Guard side. So yeah, they definitely ended up with a big brawl there in Theta. And move on to the next match, I guess. I think first Real Guards would have been stayed a little tighter there at the beginning. They may have been able to get a little more fire because right before the engagement there, they got Wolves in Exile got strung out and they only had 2 people on top. So if they'd have been together, they could have gotten some extra fire on those 2 mechs that were alone on top. But unfortunately, they were a little too strung out to take advantage of that. So I wonder what we had quite a big rotation last year with the Commander Pack. I mean, we pretty much ran a gargoyle the whole time, but we saw Victor's and what's the other 80 ton mix? My brain is wigging out on me now. Mauler, yeah. No, Mauler? Oh, no, not Mauler. Thor. Yeah, Mauler's yeah. And so we saw all of those. I'm not sure what the 85 ton one will be though. Yeah, this one is gonna be interesting. I think from the red team 2 side, I would send a light up to get Kappa, and I would push straight across right into Theta. Um, what will screw that up though would be if these guys are to come pass. Um, if they come past, you can then just fall back to the island or go into the buildings and try to draw them in for a brawl. That would be what I would do. But I'm not that good of a drop caller, so I could be completely wrong there. But yeah, we used to always push across the water, and depending on what we were doing, we set up things. My guess is these guys are going to brawl. So if Team 2 goes up in force to Kappa, these guys come around just like a pug drop into Theta. We're going to get a brawl either down below or down below at the tunnels or up top on the platform. So.
All right, let me confirm if they're ready.
All right, they're getting their lances set.
Yes, they are.
For being down a mech, the tonnage difference isn't that big, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's only what 30 different, so
But that
30.
tells me the chances of having 100-ton mechs, aren't on this drop. There's only one heavy. It's an 85 tonner, so you have that opportunity to fluctuate your drop deck a little bit.
Yeah, and when I used to play with free-for-all guards, they definitely like brawling with atlases. So we may see an AS7, a couple AS7s in here.
But that'll be later in the drops when we
Oh,
start.
that's later in the
Yeah,
drop. That's
yeah,
right. We
next
can't
two
have.
drops.
Dang it. I was ahead of myself. Yeah, I forgot. Well, Commander Mechs are only assault, so I guess we'll see probably more Griffins and other brawly mediums and heavies.
Alright, we are Conquest mode, Crimson Strait, North American server. Just waiting for Free Worlds League to get set. Team 1 is set. Alright, confirming. You just read that, didn't you?
Yes.
We'll be taking a 2-minute break, it looks like, for Team 2 to hit the restroom.
Which is fair. They've been moving through here pretty quick, much faster than we used to.
I have to check their cockpit, see who has the large laser soda.
There you go.
Alright, let's get ready here again, so let's run over the other drops real quickly.
Well, when we played first Free World Guards, they did play in the World Championship. They went Atlases and went full brawl. So.
Team 1 confirmed set.
First,
Team
maybe
2
we'll
set.
get Spirit Bearers with the brawl, with the mask and all the fun stuff.
We're launching.
Woohoo! So we're launching after we lunched today, huh?
Definitely. Which reminds me, that's still sitting a little weird today.
That was a big sandwich you ordered.
I know I had to. It was honestly, I didn't even get dinner till about half hour ago. I knew it was going to be a late one,
Gotcha.
but it was a good sandwich. Which is certain somebody who's not here overslept.
Oh, no, his wife is sick.
I'm still sticking with the overslept. It sounds better. All right, Crimson Strait, here we come. Okay, for the first Free Worlds Guard, we've got a Nightjar B, a Griffin 2N, a Timberwolf S, a Battlemaster 2C, a Marauder 3R, a Grasshopper 5P, and a Blackjack 3. For Wolf, we have a Nightjar D, a Warhammer 6R, a Griffin 3N, a Nova Prime, a Linebacker D, Marauder 2C, Cicada 2B, and a Warhammer 6D.
Linebackers might not be a bad thing to have in Conquest drops, but...
Let's just kind of
Command
see
coming
what
in.
we've got for the
Capture
build-outs.
and hold the
I'm assuming
resource
we're all-
point.
let's see
Stop
what we
any
actually got.
hostiles that get in your way.
Marauder
Alright,
AC-10 PPC, Cicada medium pulse, Griffin SRM, Nova medium lasers, Linebacker medium
Enemy
lasers,
forces
and
have
SRM 6s.
Sigma.
So we
Yeah, we
definitely
got
have, we have PPCs and we have Brawl here, so we've definitely got a mixed loadout, so it looks like Brawl with Overwatch.
Yep, which is not a bad play on this map.
Definitely not, because you've got the availability
We have
to be able to do
Gamma.
both.
Looks like Wolves and Exiles moving up in force to Kappa. First Free World
And the
Guard is...
Battlemaster 2C, it's a 4 large pulse laser, only 4 large pulses. You must have a very large engine in there. Typically
Yeah,
you'll see the 2C with 5, sometimes 6, but yeah, only going 4. He's probably either
Kappa is under enemy control.
actually, I used to run into Azerin. I think one of your former unit mates, he used to run around with a 4 large pulse laser one. He liked the faster engine.
Yes, actually, Azerin does prefer a faster engine. He actually likes the maneuverability as well. And he can tank very well, so that's one of the things with Azrin. You'll see he's a very good tank when it comes to the heavies and assaults. No one's moving on Epsilon and Theta.
They are waiting it out. This is interesting.
They're waiting at the pass to see who pokes first.
Problem is, Wolf in Exile has a 2-cap lead, so. Alright, looks like someone's moving up in Wolf in Exile. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Wow. We have some team damage going on.
Where?
They're shooting each other on the Free World's guard side.
Yes, they are. I wonder what's going on. Let's hop into a mech, see if there's some
Critical damage.
disconnections.
Heat
Oh, you
level
want mulligan?
critical.
Alright.
We may have had an issue.
Yes, that would be why they probably.
Someone said DJ's mech and see what we can see from this little miniature.
Heat level critical. Override shutdown.
Oh boy. And they exited. All of them exited before they.
Killed their mechs, so their mechs are going to
Yep.
be locked.
Their mechs are locked.
Oh, so everybody's gone?
Everybody's now disconnected.
Oi. Well, they're both new to this, so I guess we should exit too, huh?
Well, we can't because if we do, then their mechs are going to be stuck for sure.
So we gotta do, wait for it to time out.
Oh, we may have to. Why not time out, but to get to 750 points?
Oh, that's true. I don't know. It's not moving very fast.
All right, let's exit.
Okay.
Let's see if we can start a new. All right, gonna reform lobby. All right, I'll reform lobby. Okay, we had multiple players DC, so they did stop the match. I didn't see when it occurred, but we do know that there's a time limit for that, so they're working on it now. All right, let me get this set up. Alright, I'll start inviting the teams back to the lobby. Alright, invites should be out to get the lobby set back. I'll start moving players into their drops. Alright, Team 1's getting set. Team 2 has come back in. Looks like we got a redrop going. Multiple player DCs. Alright, let's confirm ready.
It'd be nice if they can give us a lobby destroy button or something when we're dealing with. Need to put some oil on my chair.
Alright, looking for Team 2. Team 1 is set. I'm waiting for Opie to respond.
Well, at least from what we saw so far, it looks like Wolf and Exile is just heading to the platform.
Yes, they definitely had that.
But I'm not sure exactly what First Real Guard is doing. I'm not sure if they were going to form up and push pass, or if they just started with Disco, so they just held back. Which is the right thing to do, because you can't call a mulligan unless once damage has taken place. So that was good move on their part.
There we go. We're ready to launch. And we're not. Someone unready.
Yeah, Ross is.
Alright, launching.
He probably clicked on something unintentionally. I can imagine how many times I've done that.
Alright, in game go.
You get in the game much faster than me.
Yes, I do. I do have the game on my solid state drive, so it should load a little bit quicker.
Yeah, me too.
Well, then it should load the same. Alright, looks like we are in the same mechs. I don't see any changes. Just waiting for them to drop.
So Wolf and Exile went with the
Wait.
Mad 2C as their commander mech. That's one I didn't even think about. I forgot that drop for C-Bill, so that's a good, interesting command mech for sure.
It'll also be available for that 4 mech drop at the very end for assaults.
Oh yeah.
Enemy forces have Sigma.
Once again, that build out for that's 2 Ultra AC-10s and 2 ERPPCs.
Interesting. Must not like the Gauss charge. If I was gonna do UAX, I would do large pulse lasers with it.
Usually because the ranges are about the same, but
Yep.
in this instance for this map, to be honest, back in the old days, this used to be a very popular jump sniping map. You'd see jump sniping basically across both sides of the pass. So
Right.
PPCs definitely have a history here in competition for this map.
The First Real Guards has got some Overwatch on Theta.
And Snafu
Is
and the Cicada's
under
got
enemy control.
Overwatch in the past to see. I don't know if he's got a visual on the other team yet, but he's trying to check. I wonder if he knows you don't get a good visual from that spot, because right now Free World's lead guard is doing the right thing and they're going through the buildings. They're not going through the open
We
space.
have gained Epsilon.
Yep, and I think they may have seen the other team.
We'll
All
find
right,
out
we're
shortly.
Both of them have got 2 caps.
And no one has taken a move. Now, we've definitely got Overwatch on Theta by both teams, but that linebacker is such a short-range mech. It's not really a good Overwatch with SRMs and medium lasers. It should be a little closer if it's going to have an Overwatch on that to be a deterrent.
But
There
they
we go.
saw the light mech, I
Yep,
guess.
they saw the light, but he's out there by Epsilon still, not quite in range.
All right, First Real Guards is moving into the city here.
There we go. Warsteiner's been spotted in his blackjack. And Sergeant G is the second one to get spotted.
Okay, so they moved up into the...
And Slain in the Warhammer has taken Theta. Here we go.
All
The
right.
push is on. Oh, and Free Worlds has got several other mechs completely out of position. They're back.
Yep.
That Timberwolf is still too far back in his SRMs. He's completely out of range for those
Theta
SRMs.
is controlled by the enemy.
They're getting in there now.
Yep.
Starting to see the numbers drop on both sides. A little higher on First Real Guards, though.
Sergeant G and the Battlemaster 2C seems to be taking the brunt of the abuse at the moment.
Well, they want that commander bonus, and the commander's down.
Commander's down.
Opie with the kill on the commander to get the bonus.
And Warsteiner goes down. So Wolf and Exile, you want to pay attention to that Marauder 2C. That is their commander mech. That should be the mech we want to keep an eye on.
Yep. If I was them, I'd be backing him out of there just to make sure nothing
And he's
crazy
actually
happens.
in the front, and he's taking some hits on his right side.
Yeah, there he is.
And we are now down 4 mechs for the Free
Snafu's down to 53%.
It's just a matter of cleanup at this point.
Yep.
The enemy is
We'll sit in the mech bay and see what goes on from here.
Target destroyed.
We're watching Deadwing. He got there. We
The
go.
enemy has tapped enough resources. We've failed.
Wow. Yep. This one ended up being a brawl in the city here, which kind of makes sense.
Yes, it does. Although I wasn't. That Timberwolf in Overwatch with SRMs was just out of position for that. Large lasers was okay, but SRMs, man, he was just out of range. He couldn't really give too much assistance. And there's the damage screen up.
Yeah. So Gross is the guy been doing work in that Griffin all matches. That's been his mech. He has either been at the top or near the top. Death Riddles and a Warhammer. I didn't see the loadout on the Warhammer. What was the loadout on the Warhammer? Do you remember?
I didn't see it either, honestly.
Okay. I don't know if it was 60, so that's probably was Laser Vomit. So he was second highest, and Snafu in the Cicada, the Pulse Laser, doing work with 352. Shane of the Dead did some good work on First Fuel Real Guards with the Marauder. And then another Griffin 2N, this from Charger, is 296. And who's the third? Warsteiner and his Blackjack with 236 was the top 3 damage on his team. But actually, the damage spread for Wolf and Exile is actually pretty good there. So, they seem to be doing a little bit better job of focusing down targets.
All right, map tactics up. If you
Well, if I was brawling, I don't know. I was gonna say I'd set up BC, but I'd rather have my guys in AB on both sides. Because they can get some sing when someone my lights out to get Kappa, and push up to Theta. And I mean, if they're gonna brawl, you almost play this like a pug, where you try to wait for the other team to get near and crush them. The other play always is you can always set someone out range and brawl inside, on these hills on the left and the right in C4, and I think it's D3. You can see into the caldera, and then you can also move to see around the edges. So you could do some Overwatch with brawl. But honestly, these guys have pretty much been brawling straight up. First Fuel Guards did have a Grasshopper with ERs on it, but or at least with large lasers on it, but he was right in there with the brawl. So that's typically what I would use as an Overwatch map.
all right, can you hear me again?
Yeah, I heard you the whole time.
All right, my audio went out again. Now it's back up. Okay, one thing to remember on this map is that there is a temperature difference between the caldera and outside the caldera. So any mechs that are on Theta will definitely have a temperature difference. So one of the things you've seen in the past, teams will actually bring DACA mechs. So you have your mediums and heavies. May not be 100% DACA, but could be brawl, but you'll see your assaults more than likely, at least for some of the higher level teams. This is where the duplicate of the Kodiaks really starts, is on this drop. So you'll see 2 Kodiak 3s, usually 2 UAC 5s, 2 UAC 10s. This is where you'll start to see that. Sometimes you'll see a Hunchback 2C with 4 Ultra AC2s, but on this map, remember that Theta, which is where everybody sort of kind of congregates around or aggregates around, is a hotter location on this map. So Gauss and
Right.
Daka does tend to be a little bit favored on this for your higher level teams.
Although I was playing a night gear the other night, and I really completely forgot about the quote laser heat sinks, and I was surprised how cool that ran on this map
We're launching.
and the volcano map. Mordor, how cool it ran. So I bet you we'll see some. We might see some double night gears, especially the higher level teams. Take advantage of that 100% heat dissipation.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance of that, so let's see what happens. Alright, we are loading Caustic Valley Conquest. We are on drop 4. Okay, for the Free World Guard, we have a Banshee 3M, a Jenner 2C, a Griffin 2N, a Cataphract.
Interesting.
Grasshopper, Kodiak, and a Shadow. That's a Shadowhawk, 2H. For Wolf and Exile, we have a Kodiak 3, a Wolfhound, a Hunchback 2C, a Marauder 2C, a Kit Fox C, a Griffin 3M, a Nightshire Prime, and a Timberwolf C. Let's get these mechs and see what we got here. So the Banshee is 3 large pulse for medium.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource point.
We have the Timberwolf C, Ultra AC5, 2 SRM 6-3 medium pulse, kind of a mixed breed brawler there. We've got the Marauder 2C, is Gauss Rifle, medium laser, PPC. We've got 4 SRM 6s on the Griffin 3M. We've got the Kodiak, 3 is 2 PPC, 2 Gauss. And the Nightshire Prime, 6 Ultra AC2s. Now we head to the Hunchback 2C, 2 Ultra AC10s, and 2 ER mediums.
Sorry about that.
Let's
I had a
head back
dog
out.
poop going crazy.
Beta is
Yeah,
controlled by
back. So
the
I'm
enemy.
back.
Nope, not a problem. We're just sitting through some of the mechs. And Wolf and Exile was the first team that has moved up to Theta and have taken Theta. And OP74 has just put up a UAV. He's trying to spot where the enemy team is. He's got visual on, I think, 2 mechs before he had to pull back. I don't think he got a visual on everybody.
Yeah.
But he knows they're there now that they're shooting down that UAV.
Looks like they're sending one of their lights out to get the Kappa.
Yep, that is OP. He has pulled off in the Wolfhound. He is definitely heading towards Kappa. In the meantime, we've got a mech pulling over towards Epsilon.
Yep. What do we got over here at Epsilon?
That's the Warsteiner in the Jenner 2C.
Yep.
And he's been spotted. They're taking shots at.
Oh, they've got some range here. I'm seeing some PPCs and some Daka, that's
They've
for
landed.
sure.
He's taken about 5% damage, which isn't too significant
Kappa is
depending on where
under
it
enemy
hit.
control.
At that distance, I'm expecting most of the damage probably to have hit the legs.
Yep.
Here we go. We've got a
All
face
right.
off in the
Well,
middle.
they're pushing in hard. This is probably a good play for them. They might be
We've
able to
got
catch
a
him here.
split push, sort of. Shaun of the
Yep.
Dead and the Shadowhawk is a little out of position. He should be
But
with his team,
yeah.
but he's definitely able to get some shots on.
Oh, they got into him hard. Deadwing took some hits. He might go down
Here we go.
if they keep
Shots
focusing him. They're
in.
actually
And Nerf
heading
and the Kid
damage
Fox
even though
C
they're
is
down a mech.
keeping side watch.
Yep, Deadwing is down. So that was a good little move there. They had him focusing on the light that was capping, and they moved in from the other side.
And Baron Wasteland got a little bit ahead of his team and has gone down for first free
Oh,
will.
Sandero's down. One of the Kodiaks is down.
They've got 2 mechs capping Theta that are not involved in the fight currently.
Yeah, this is an all hands on deck situation here.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have pulled the two of those mechs into this range. And now we've got a Griffin 3M versus a Grasshopper. Definitely the advantage should be to the Griffin in this instance, since that is
And we lost
Grasshopper.
another Kodiak on the first free road guard side. Snafu's in his night gear. He's still doing work,
Yeah, the
but he's
Griffin
starting
has
to get
overheated directly in front of the Grasshopper.
and the Griffin is down, just down to Warsteiner and his Jenner 2C.
We'll hop in OP's cockpit, who's chasing down the Jenner currently, and he overheats.
He's staying alive.
Heat level critical.
Oh, Warsteiner got Snafu. All those count. Those are all rep points, so that's good showing by first free will guards, especially being down a mech, playing 7 on 8. They did a good job there. They definitely pushed
Managed
at the
4
right
kills.
time there. Yeah, they pushed at the right time. Those guys were focusing on that map, that mech on Epsilon, and they came in from the opposite side. So
The enemy has
that worked
tapped
for them.
enough resources.
Yep, definitely.
We've
I know the
failed.
free world's meant to try to get that cap with Theta, but having 2 mechs try to cap Theta in the middle of a brawl was probably a little bit too much to
Yeah,
try to overcome.
especially when
that.
you're already down a mech. But
Yep, definitely. All right, the
And
damage screen's up. Take a look. Wow, we got some high damage there from Wolf and Exile.
oh yeah, Snafu was doing work in his night gear, and of course Ross and his Griffin. Ross has been the superstar, man. That's four matches in a row in that Griffin, and he's doing work. So credit to Ross there. A Canadian DJ and a Kodiak. Not a surprise to find a Kodiak in the top damage on first free world guards, and then a Griffin 2N. I think Chagir's been in that Griffin 2N pretty much the whole night. He's been doing really well. Sorry, I had to sneeze. But yeah, so Snafu, Roster Marge, and looks like Death Riddle are the top 3 on Wolf and Exile, and then Canadian DJ, Jagir, and Shane of the Dead were the top 3 on first free world guards.
Okay, that takes us out to our main screen here. Right now, after 4 drops, we have Wolf and Exile with 1,400 rep points. Free World's Guard 100 rep points. So they did get reputation points for getting those 4 kills, approximately about 50 each. Okay, let's get ready for the next map. Alright, our next map will be Grim Plexus. And the map has to update again, of course. A little bit of a delay update in the map itself. There we go, Grim Plexus. This is Conquest mode once again. 2 lights, 2 heavies for assaults. This is where I definitely, in the past, we would have seen duplicate Kodiaks, and I'm expecting at least one of the teams to do that again. So let's head to the map tech.
Yep, duplicate Kodiaks, and maybe we'll get probably see an Atlas, or maybe I don't know if they'll run a Direwolf, but we'll see an Atlas for sure. I would guess. I would bet on the
Map
first row
tactics up
guards
if
that
you
we'll see
want
an
to take us
Atlas.
through it. It's ready to go.
So let's see. Oh, there we go. I couldn't see the starting points. To me, these guys, it's gonna be a race to Theta. I just think that both of them, they've been brawling so much, they're gonna race to the typical hills in the pug match, and maybe we'll get a big brawl down in that bowl in Theta, which is always a lot of fun to see. My very first MRBC match in Div B, we ended up in a huge brawl in the bowl down there, and it was a whole lot of fun. So maybe we'll see a brawl there. Although I did see some Overwatch from Wolf and Exile, so if they got a brawl down there with some Overwatch on the ridges here, that would definitely be effective on this match. This match has some great Overwatch spots if we're brawling in Theta. And then, of course, what is this? This is a heat neutral map, right? We don't have to worry about his heat as much on this map. Or is this a hot
It's
map?
a cold
I always
map.
forget.
This is a cold map. Minus
Oh, that's right.
C.
It's this one. That's right. I guess I could look at the lobby and people would tell me that. But yeah, so heat really shouldn't be an issue.
Alright, we have Team 1, which is going to be Free World's Guard again, getting set in the lobby. They are green, that's confirmed ready. Nope, not yet.
Only a 10-ton difference in weight right now, with one team being down.
Yep, you're seeing 550 tons versus 560 tons. Alright, we are waiting.
Of course, they still could be adjusting too, so.
And we had a disconnect. Looks like Wolf and Exile had a disconnect quick. And it was an assault that they just lost about, what, 80 tons? 85 tons just came off with that on that disconnect.
Yep.
So that could have been Marauder 2C. See how quickly he can get back in.
Yep,
All right,
there
back
he
in.
is. So still only a 20-ton difference. Wow.
Team 1
Could be
set.
fun. Let me think of how many
Team 2 is
100
set.
ton. So you could definitely do an Atlas, couple Kodiaks, and a Direwolf.
Oh, we gotta change. Hold on. There we go.
I mean, honestly, if I was first free world guard, I would push everything up to the top of the weight class if everybody was comfortable
We're good.
running that, right?
We're launching.
Which my guessing is what they did because they're only 10 different. So, if I had to guess.
All right, we are launching. Once again, this is Conquest Grim Plexus. Okay, for the Free World's Guard, we have a Warhammer 6D, an Atlas DDC, Black Knight 7, a Mauler MX90, a Kodiak 3, a Commando 3A, and a Kodiak 3. Wolf in Exile, we have a Stalker 5S, a Kodiak 3, a Battlemaster 2C, a Timberwolf C, Arctic Cheetah Prime, a Marauder 2C, Night Gyre, and an Adder Prime. I don't see a single duplicate on Wolf in Exile.
Nice. I
I'm
wonder
gonna
if
have to get these specs to see what it is.
I wonder if Opie's running his Lerm Stalker.
I mean, Opie, he has 4 large pulse, 2 smalls.
Okay, good man.
Marauder 2C, 3 UX5s for me. We've got 2 PPCs and a Flamer in the Adder.
Ah, bring up the flamers.
Arctic Cheetah, small pulse. Kodiak 3, 2 Gauss, 2 PPC. Battlemaster 2C, 5 large pulse, more along the lines of what we are used to seeing for this build. Stalker 5S, yep, we covered that. 4 large pulse, small lasers. Let's head over to the other side for the Warhammer 6D. We've got 3 large pulse for 3 meat,
Yep, that makes sense.
4 UX5s in the Night Gyre Bravo,
Enemy forces have Sigma.
2 UX5s, 2 UX10s in the Kodiak 3, Commander 3A, 2 SRM2s, and 2 meat. The other Kodiak 3, 4 LB10.
Artillery
Ooh.
strike online.
Mauler MX90, 4 LB10s.
Okay.
Black Knight, 4 large, 1 medium. Atlas DDC, 2 LB10s, 3 SRM4, and 2 medium pole.
Artillery
Oh,
strike
okay. I was gonna
online.
say if he had,
LBX is here.
if he'd had I was gonna say, if he had mediums, I'd say he put a bigger engine in it because that's what I used to run. I used to run SRM4s, LBX10s, and 2 medium
The
lasers,
LBX
and put
gets
like
you
a
a little
360.
bit better range and better heat right now.
Well, and the nice thing about the Atlas, for sure, is they stack those guns right on top of each other, and it's tight. But I still wouldn't think
Now
I'd run
bear
out
with
an
me here. It looks
AC-20.
like the Free World's Guard has not captured a single point yet.
No, they have not.
Wolf in Exile has captured Epsilon and Sigma, and they've got a beautiful overwatch position on Theta.
Yep. All right.
Wolf
They
has
got
dropped
a-
the UAV. It looks like they've set up in a receiving position, but we all know that that hill is a very difficult one to receive a push into, simply because
Actually,
you
that's-
cannot see them till they're almost on top of you.
First World Guards just dropped a UAV. I don't see one. Where's the one from Wolf in Exile? Or is that the one we're talking about?
Nope, that is the one. I'm sorry.
Controlled
It's the
by
one
the
that
enemy.
is red.
And it's gone. So it looks like we got some range play. Uh-oh. We've got a Kodiak and a Mauler that literally just were, or that was the Warhammer, were
The
a
Warhammer
hill
blew
on
out of
top of.
position.
Uh-oh,
Here we
they're
go. Looks
get-
like Wolf in Exile is starting to collapse on them. They're moving in.
Actually, so Wolf in Exile was down on that hill. And Free World Guards actually pushed up here, so
They
they might
pushed
have an
up.
advantage here.
They pushed up before Wolf in Exile got into position.
But Wolf in
was starting
Exile-
to get in position early. And Warsteiner is out in front. He has no support with him.
Nope.
He's basically encircled. He's down to 61% and he goes down.
Yeah. So they've done a good job. I'll give Wolf Exile. They spread out along that hill. They weren't a ball, so they were able to get focus on Warsteiner pretty easily there.
It was, and when they first came up, they had beautiful position. They had several mechs up top. It looks like some of their bigger mechs were trying to go around to get up to the other side. And it looks like they were able to get up there in a better efficient position.
Opie's down to 39%. He's down.
That Commando and that Adder are just running around each other, trying to flame every other mech around them.
So they've got their 3 Worlds Guards got their 3 assaults over here on the left. They really should push up in here and stand tall on top of these guys.
At this point, they're not able to get shots on most of the mechs.
Yep, because they were so far back. I think, yep, there they go. So they're starting to put some fire on that Kodiak. Now they need to get on this Timberwolf. I'm not sure what the Black Knight's doing down there. He was not getting good shots there.
2C for Wolf and Exile goes down. Now, if
Yeah,
I'm Wolf at this point, I'd regroup, stay in a group, and try to do a push on a single mech.
Yeah.
Try to focus and get that mech down.
Oh,
You are up at this point.
Yeah, Free Will Scars made it easy on him. The Canadian GJ just decided to push in there. So,
Alright, we'll get in the mech with the Kodiak here. Kind of run it out to the end of the map.
Man, that Black Knight was he was just dying with those low mounts on the hill there. Shooting up the hill is just not the strength there. There we go. Well, you know,
we did get a couple kills.
Yeah, first Free Will Guards, last 2 drops, and a mech down. I say they did pretty well there.
A little bit uneven push from both teams. One getting a couple mechs up early. They just got a little ahead of their team. Alright, damage screen's up.
Yep, snafu. I'm assuming those were pulse lasers in the Battlemaster 2C. Did some work. 621 damage. Ross Mirage, this time not in a Griffin, obviously, because there's no mediums in this drop. He was in the UAC Night gear, I bet you, and did 3 kills. And nice damage for second highest. And then Nerf running around in the Adder with flamers and I guess pulse lasers did some serious damage there. 349 in
The
the
Adder was
medium.
twin PPC.
Oh, twin PPC. Oh, you go Nerf.
That was almost a stock Adder Prime. Flamer in the center torso, 2 PPCs.
So Trickster in the Kodiak 3, actually he's high man of the match with 654, so good job Trickster. Any DJ was second high of his team for 418. And then looks like Shane of the Dead and the Battlemaster, or not the Battlemaster, I'm sorry, the Black Knight, did some work at 396. So a good finish there for Free Will Guards. They did a great job with being down a mech, I think. Well, I'm going to fall back on Pretz's predictions. I do think if Wolf and Exile can continue their focus fire like they did in this game, they do have a good chance to win Division E. First Feral Guards, being down a man makes it hard to judge them, but you definitely saw them work better in the heavier drops. And even being down, getting 4 mechs in both of those drops, being down a mech, I think that's pretty hard. I mean, that's not pretty hard. That's pretty good on their side. So, yeah, I think they'll both do well. I think I can see First Feral Guards definitely winning some drops and maybe winning a couple matches for sure. So,
well, they're definitely working their hardest. It looks like to bring decent mechs, decent builds, and they definitely had some times there where they had some very good coordinated movement. Just looks like a little bit of practice, a little bit of getting used to some of the differences here versus regular drops for this type of game.
Yep, absolutely. I would agree with you. It's that getting used to the just getting used to how it is in comp, and also 8v8, right? I mean, that's the big thing. 8v8 is different than 12v12 in the public queue for sure. Everything's different than anything in the public queue.
Yep, most definitely. So, well, we're going to call it out here because this is the end of the drops, and we've got other people coming in after us, and you see Bandit giving you live score updates. So remember, there's other drops going on. There should be one right after us, hopefully, or 1 or 2 after us scheduled for tonight. They may not be cast, but they'll definitely be played out. So, all right, everybody, this is Poopinshire and TK. You want to say goodbye?
Peace out, guys. Greetings, programs, which I should have said that earlier, but I guess it's so long, programs.
Yeah, you could have typed it in chat, and it would have been the same thing, but nobody got it. All right, thanks everybody. Have a good night, and we'll catch you on the next one. This was a last-minute one for me, so usually I schedule a week in advance, but I just didn't this time. So, all right, 5-minute delay. You'll catch the rest of the match as we're signing out and going to get a drink and relax while you guys watch. Later.